Hello YouTube friends, Alicia here with a video of a junk journal. This is a Christmas junk journal and it is not a design team project, so I was free to do what I wanted with it. But I did use two digital kits, and I used one from Amy Joy, which is Hapa Chic Creation, and I used one from Tsunami Rose. And I believe it was Christmas list that I used from Tsunami Rose and Saint Nick from Amy Joy at Hapa Chic Creations. And it is two signatures, hardcover book, and I used the pamphlet stitch for the binding. So let's go inside, or get it started. So I used some rosette trim, and I put some little pearls inside, as well as I used a frame that I had. I got it at some Happy Meal a long time ago, and this is a picture from that I just printed off. It was a free printable, and then a little bow with the pearl. The spine has fabric, and then it's just bound with embroidery thread. And like I think I said in my previous video, I actually really don't like that thread because it wants to pull through. It's super strong, but it's kind of a pain to work with, but it's what I have. And then I just tied it with some silver cord. It's 3-strand, and then I just untwisted it so that I could get it through. And then I used my Dremel to drill holes for the eyelets because my punch wouldn't go through it. So it's just tied. And this is really thick. I just like the way it looked. So it's just single knotted here. So if you don't like it, you can put lace in. And then I have the cloth on the inside as well. I'm thinking there'll probably be a book plate here saying this book belongs to, but I'm not sure yet. And then I have this lace on the start and finish of each signature, and then I just wove separate ribbon through it, and then some acetate pockets with ephemera. Some of it is printed on the back, and some of it is not. It just depends on what kit it's from. This is a free printable, I believe. It is on the back of all the journaling pages. This is printed on the back. Just a paper clip with the envelope pocket, and then stamped tag. Oh, I asked a question the other day on one of the groups on how you guys go about using up stash when working with DigiKits, because I'm finding that when I work with DigiKits, you know, you're just printing it off and you're using the same thing just throughout your journal, right? It's just regular paper and ephemera that comes with the kit. But when you have a large stash that you had since before working with Digis, you know, you still want to use that up. So what I have done is, and that I've find help, is when I use a DigiKit, I still make sure that, like for the cover, I didn't use the kit on the cover. This is scrapbook paper. This is an embellishment, a die cut I had. So I added in different ways, you know, just throughout. I used ribbon, cloth on the binding, and I'm trying to, you know, go through some of my stash by just adding extra things that can kind of add to the DigiKit, if that makes sense. And then here's the other thing. Because this wasn't a design team project, I could create my own paper and add it. And you can with a design team project too, but you just want to make sure that it's not the focus of the journal. So this is actually tissue paper that I backed on to parchment paper, brown parchment paper, and it's just ironed on, and this just, you know, folds over. One of my paper placemats. These are not, there's nothing on the back of these, it's just thin paper. but if you add a picture on the back or glue it down, it will be thick enough. This is Hapa Chic Creations. So here's the other thing I've done is I've added, you know, embellishments that I've had in my stash. This is just a tag. Some stamping. This I just used almost like a washi tape, but it's ribbon. This is Tsunami Rose. It's on cardstock. I've put 2 doilies together for a pocket. This is wrapping paper that I have backed onto parchment paper. This is a tuck spot that I fussy cut from Tsunami Rose's Christmas printables. These are more free printables. Some washi tape. This envelope was actually sewn together. It's just tracing paper that's being coffee dyed. Another printable. Stamping. So yeah, even though I've used printables, I've also used like wrapping paper for my stash and tissue paper and of course coffee dyed paper. But it's things that, you know, I don't want to forget I have, or that I've just had for a while that I've been trying to include. So like I said, that's why I started adding things in. This is another printable with the Christmas tree stamp on the doily. This is on cardstock. This flips out. There's a pocket. This is an envelope. There's nothing inside. The stamps are Michael's stamps. These are Tsunami Rose printed on, I'm not sure if this is butcher or parchment paper. It's one of them. But yeah, I printed out on it. And my Santa stamp. This is the second signature with another pocket. Oh, there's a ephemera in that. Hang on 2 seconds. Okay, I can't find it, but there is a ephemera that goes in this pocket as well. I took it out when I was sewing this signature. This is more Tsunami Rose. It's a tuck spot. These are backed. Not backed, but printed on the back. This holly stamp is not a Michael stamp. I'm not sure who makes it, but it's what I've had for a while. Joy to the World. This is Tsunami Rose. I love ephemera packs for DigiKits, and Tsunami Rose does a bunch of them, and I have all of them. These are just tags that I was gifted quite a while ago, and I've had in my stash. I keep my die cuts in a binder, and so every once in a while I just pull out my binder and use up some stuff. So this was in my binder. This is a die cut that I folded in half to make a tuck spot. I don't know what it's supposed to be. It was a die cut that I was gifted. Just a Christmas stamp. This is also not a dollar stamp. It's an old stamp that I picked up at my thrift store. More of that wrapping paper, my nutcracker stamp, more ephemera. Another piece of ephemera. The envelope, and this time I've used vintage seam binding to like hinge it. It is sewn in, but for hinges, I guess. Oh, there's, I think, supposed to be ephemera in that too. It must have come out when I sewed the signatures. Tsunami Rose. This is from her new printables. I was making cards and I had some extras, so I added them. My Santa stamp. Doily printing. Another Tsunami Rose. This is free printable. I love this image, mostly because it looks like my winter jacket that I got in Israel. But yeah, I like that image. So tons of writing space as usual. And that is the back. And then of course it just ties shut. It is for sale. It is $37 shipped, and that's with shipping within Canada and the US. PayPal only, and please invoice me within the first 24 hours. Any questions or comments, leave them below. Thank you for watching.